Okay, so in this video, we'll be talking about the question gallbladder and extrahepatic bile ducts. Um, so you have, okay, so gallbladder, you'll have to talk about first the structure itself, yeah? So the size is about 10 centimeter long and it has a capacity of holding 30 to 50 ml in terms of volume. The function of the gallbladder is majorly to concentrate and like store bile. Then like it is released only when the body requires it, and this is because of the hormone called cholecystokinin. So it is released, bile is released from the gallbladder when the body requires it in response to cholecystokinin. The location of the gallbladder is in the visceral surface of the liver. When we talk about the syncope, there's an image later, so I'll show you over there. Now, in structure, it's a very simple structure. The gallbladder has a fundus, the body, a neck, which is connected to like the cystic duct, which goes into your common bile duct along after joining the hepatic duct. Now, there are mucosal folds near the cystic duct and like toward the end of the neck. This is called Hartmann's pouch, and this is a very common place for gallstones to accumulate. Okay, now we'll talk about syncope, the position of the gallbladder in your body. Now, uh, ventral to the gallbladder, you have your visceral surface of the liver. The fundus, the fundus part, it is it is in contact with the anterior abdominal wall. As you can see in the picture, this is the fundus. Your anterior abdominal wall is directly ventral to it. Now, behind the gallbladder or dorsally, you have your right colic flexure and your transverse colon. Now, here's a dissection picture over here. This is how it's going to be when you do your dissection. You can see the gallbladder here. There is the fundus, which is like behind the anterior abdominal wall. So, like the right in front of the gallbladder is your anterior abdominal wall, and behind it you'll have your right colic flexure and your transverse colon. In this question, the major part is extrahepatic bile ducts. That's the main thing you'll have to talk about. Very simple. Your gallbladder, as we know, it stores and concentrates bile, okay? And when the body requires it, it has to release it, right? So the extrahepatic bile ducts is the one that connects or that basically releases bile into the duodenum, right? So you have, now we'll go through the order. You have your right hepatic duct and your left hepatic duct together forming your common hepatic duct. And your gallbladder connects to the common hepatic duct through the cystic duct. This is the direction of how the bile would be released into your common bile duct. So your common bile duct is basically formed by a common hepatic duct and your cystic duct. The cystic duct directly comes from your gallbladder. Now the common hepatic duct is pretty long, so you can divide it into four parts. Certain professors like questioning the parts of the common bile duct. So there's a supraduodenal part, which is above the duodenum. There's a retroduodenal part, which is behind the duodenum. Then there's a pancreatic part, which is next to the pancreas. And then there's an intramural part, uh, which is basically inside the organ itself, right? Now, the end point of the common bile duct is your Waters papilla. It is in the duodenum. It basically is a common opening for your pancreatic duct and your bile duct, common bile duct. So your pancreatic enzymes also uh, flow into your duodenum through the major duodenal papilla, which is also called Waters papilla or hepatopancreatic ampulla of water. Now we'll talk about blood supply and innervation. The blood supply, obviously, it's from your cystic artery, which is a branch of your proper hepatic artery. You can see in this picture, you have your proper hepatic artery, and there's a branch of it, right? This is your cystic artery. Now, what is the vein that drains from the gallbladder? Is a cystic vein, and it drains directly into your portal vein. Now, your innervation, you'll have, since it's an organ, you'll have a parasympathetic, sympathetic, and a viscerosensory innervation. Parasympathetic is when it's rest conditions, right? So at that point, it it stimulates the contraction of your gallbladder and it relaxes your sphincter of the bile duct so that bile can be released into your duodenum, right? And this is done by a vagus nerve. The sympathetic innervation is when you are in your fight or flight condition, right? At this point, it's not that important for your gallbladder to like work, right? Because there are other fight or flight responses that the body will give importance to, and this is done by a thoracic splanchnic nerve, which will inhibit the contractions of uh, gallbladder. Basically, it relaxes the gallbladder and it contracts the sphincter of your bile duct. It basically does the opposite function of your vagus nerve. The viscerosensory innervation is your phrenic nerve. That's the sensory innervation from your gallbladder. So that's it for this question. Um, yeah.